smart. Greg Monroe is a free agent. Mason Plumlee. Mason is going to get
so much.
Close to 60.
Andre Iguodala is on the list. I think that he might get paid.
JJ Redick.
Oh my goodness.
JJ's going to get $100 million.
Kelly Olynyk. I think
it's going to be so much money floating around next year, but let's dig into the pretty much prized possession of them all. The Durantula. Kevin Durant went to Golden State today. And a lot of people have been asking me what are my thoughts on the situation. What do I think about it? I'm probably for the first time in my life siding with Stephen A. Smith.
Same here.
I don't like this new age NBA player. I hate it. Oh my God, I hate it. What is up with this? If you can't beat them, join them mentality. I don't hate Kevin Durant. I think he's an excellent guy. And I love Golden State. And actually, I'm going to probably be rooting for him to win. I don't understand. What is the man? They were freaking one game away from beating Golden State. One Draymond Green kicking the nuts away from winning the series. And yet you leave Golden State. You leave OKC, who improved, by the way, with that trade with Oladipo and the center they got from the draft, Sabonis. OKC is a better team next year.
No, they are, no doubt.
Not now.
No, of course not.
But I don't. What are your thoughts on these current NBA players and LeBron kind of set the stage of, you know what, I can't beat them, so let me join them type of mentality.
I don't like it. I feel like it's. I don't want to say laziness. That's the wrong word. I do feel like it's that they want a guaranteed title. And they do not want to take any chances about going anywhere where they may or may not win a title. They want to make sure that it's absolutely guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that is it's an interesting mentality to not want to strike out on your own and be independent and get it done.
That thought process is dead with this NBA player. There is no such thing as I can get this done here. I'm the guy. It's how can I build my brand? How can I win? Who can help me win? LeBron set the standard, man. He set the standard. If you can't beat him, join him.
Well, and even Karl Malone and Gary Payton before that.
You know what? You're absolutely correct. They did. Well, they were towards the end of their career.
Yes, that's true.
I think Karl Malone was 106 and Gary Payton was like 95. They weren't contributing anymore. But these guys are leaving teams in the middle of their prime. Yeah. Just to team up with another. I mean, Golden State. Jesus. Golden State. I want to say 4 players from the 2016 Olympic team plays for Golden State. Draymond, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson.
That's right.
And if Steph would have played,
then that would have been 4.
4 out of the 5 in their starting 5 is on the freaking dream team. Who's going to beat this team next year? LeBron, you better get your boyfriend D Wade on Cleveland, because that might be the only shot at beating this Golden State Warrior team. This team,
LeBron needs to make some moves during the offseason.
Yeah, general manager LeBron, you better get on the phone, make some trades happen, see who's left in free agency. Dwayne Wade would be perfect. He's an upgrade over Shepard. Well, you know what? Because the starting point guard, nobody's taking Kyrie's spot.
No.
That's pretty much locked. Unless they throw, LeBron to the power forward spot, because then it'll be Kyrie, LeBron, Wade. JR would have to start, unless he come off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, or JR can come back off the bench. I don't see anybody beating this Golden State Warrior team. They won 73 freaking games last year with Harrison Build-A-House Barnes.
No, it's true. Will they have an undefeated season or come close?
It's going to be, oh, man. I don't think nobody's capable of going undefeated, but I think they're going to go pretty freaking close.
I think so too.
73 should be the minimum amount of wins for this team, easily, barring injuries.
Definitely.
I don't know how it's all going to mesh together, but if you guys really think about it, you subtract Harrison Build-A-Bear Barnes and you add Kevin freaking Durant. Look at that team, guy. Like, think about it. I know they're going to move Bogut to correct cap space.
Mm-hmm.
Festus Ezeli is out the door. Think about that team. Curry, Durant, Green, Iguodala, shooting guard, I forgot his name, Klay
Thompson, yes.
Barbosa coming off the bench. You still have Livingston. Steve Kerr's your coach. Spates. And they still got a little wiggle room to maybe add one or two more persons. Just from in the past, you see certain veterans take maybe a veteran's minimum just to chase his ring. Mm-hmm. One person I would be on the lookout for to maybe sign a veteran minimum, Pau Gasol.
Yes, I've heard this. I've heard some rumblings.
They love Pau Gasol.
Mm-hmm.
If Pau takes the minimum and your starting five is Curry, Klay, Pau, Draymond, and Durant, who the hell is beating that team?
I don't know. Somebody on a fluke.
Yeah, I don't even think they would have you wouldn't even need a bench with that starting five. It's not fair. Then I look at my Bulls, and we're just trading people for Skittles, which we can go ahead and get into that. Of course, we talked last week about the Bulls trading Derrick Rose, and now they signed Rajon Rondo, and I'm getting a lot of feedback of that was a mistake signing.
And I don't know about that. I'm a Celtics fan as well. I love Rajon Rondo. I wish that the Celtics could have kept him, but he's a head case.
Yeah, see, that's the only downfall of Rondo. He's a douche.
Yep.
But strangely, that's what I love about him. Our team is so soft. That Chicago Bulls team was the softest team, dating back to maybe when Fred Hoiberg was the shooting guard. That team is so soft, and that was the main reason why they missed the playoffs. Too many soft characters. You add a douchebag to the locker room, like a Rondo. Rondo is going to demand some type of toughness. He's not going to play with a bunch of douchebags. And to be particularly honest, last year in Sacramento, he was kind of a model citizen. I didn't hear anything bad. I know he bumped heads with George Karl, but George Karl bumps heads with everybody.
That's true.
With Melo, with Iverson. He tried to get rid of the starting team, Cousins, which, I mean, Cousins is a little bit of a basket case itself, but still, it's George Karl. It's not like he's Mr. Rogers or anything.
And, the Bulls don't have really another head case, because I feel like one head case per team works.
Yeah.
More than one, it's going to be a disaster.
A lot of people were trying to push Jimmy Butler as into being that type of guy. Jimmy's not that type of guy. Jimmy just wants to win. But you bring in somebody with Rondo, with a championship pedigree, with the balls to get in somebody's face and be like, hey, man, you effing up. You need to tighten up. We need that so bad. Because Hoiberg is soft. He picked up one technical the whole season, and that was on an accident. I think they meant to give it to another coach, but they pointed at Hoiberg. They need that douchebag in the locker room. Like, you need somebody who's a bulldog. Derrick Rose says he's a bulldog. Derrick Rose, only thing Rose wants to do is play with his son and eat Skittles all day. Trust me, that's Derrick Rose mentality. You bring in a Rondo. Lopez to me is a little nutty on the court. He has some toughness.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting a little tough. I know Foreman said the recipe he wanted to go younger and more athletic, and certainly we're not doing that right now. But the signing of Rajon Rondo, a pass-first point guard, where Jimmy can now get the ball in whatever spot that he need to. Say what you want to say about Rondo. Rondo is absolutely a top 5 point guard in this league.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
He gets his players in the position where they need to be.
He is a point guard who would rather not shoot.
Yeah.
He would rather move the ball around, and he's fine with that function of
Derrick
the point guard
Rose
position.
Was hands down a shoot first point guard. Rondo is a pass first, pass second, pass third, shoot fourth point guard. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. I think it may be a match made in heaven. And the Bulls not stupid. They signed him to a 2-year deal with a 1-year opt-out. If he comes in and he cuts up, he's going after next year.
Absolutely.
We'll go after Westbrook and other key free agents.
And he also has a championship pedigree, and that championship happened when he was young. He was an integral part of that Boston team. Yes. Oh, yes, definitely.
I used to I hated Rondo.
See, and I loved him when the Celtics let him go, and they had shopped him so many times before then, and so I knew he was going to leave. But when the Celtics let him go, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying, of course he was butting heads with Doc Rivers.
Yes.
The Rick Carlisle situation was a fail.
Yes.
And of course, him and George Karl's kind of bump heads, and they were like, he's just going to come in with the Bulls and run over Hoiberg. Well, good. Maybe Hoiberg could grow some freaking balls and stand up for himself. I like it. I don't even care about the talent. I just like the fact that he's a douchebag, and we need that in the locker room. I hope he smacks every player on the team. I hope he punches somebody in the face. They need it. I hope we get 2 more players on the team that don't even play, but they just run around punching people in the chest.
Even Jimmy Butler? Or everybody but Jimmy Butler?
Don't touch Jimmy.
All right.
That's our $1 million face. Don't you touch Jimmy, Rondo. Your ass is back in Boston. On to the ball.
We'll take him back. Sure we'll take him back.
Isaiah's not going to take him.
True. That's true.
Boston Celtics. I thought I killed them last week in the podcast because of the draft. I mean, they had 105 draft picks, and to me, they came away with absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It's true.
But the signing of Al Horford, which I condemn Al Horford because he didn't go back to Atlanta because they signed Dwight Howard. He said, quote unquote, I don't want to play with Dwight Howard.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for you. Because who wants to play with that little goof? And he's going, oh, man. I'm going to get to Dwight in a second, but yeah, Al Horford of Boston, I think, that was an excellent signing. And as a Celtic fan, what do you think about that signing?
Oh, I was really excited about that. And it's nice. I've always liked Al Horford. I've always liked the way he plays. I think he'll fit in well in the Celtics lineup. And I was also glad to just see him liberated from Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's about to turn into a bad situation.
Yeah.
It's getting real bad. It started with the loss of Joe Johnson, which, I mean, I can't blame him. Joe wanted $200 million. He's only worth $25. So I can understand. But then they traded T to Indiana. They're going to give the keys to, what's his name? The dark-skinned guy with the blonde patch in his hair. I forgot his name. Something weird. Some German name. Sure. I don't know. Anyways, they're giving the reins to him. Horford saw the writing on the wall. They signed Dwight, who's a clown. He's probably going to come down there and, do what he can, but I can definitely see Dwight at high school games trying to impregnate high schoolers like he's been doing.
Yes.
I said it. It's a fact. Look it up. I mean, I ain't trying to offend nobody. Dwight liked little young girls because he has the mentality of a little young boy. That's why Kobe made him cry plenty of times in L.A. And I wish Josh was here to vouch for it. Plenty of times, man. I'm not a fan of Dwight. I can care less about him. I can care less about players with that type of mentality. It's just whining. All they want to do is go play. He don't care about winning. Atlanta won't do nothing this year. 7th, 8th, 6th seed at best.
No, that's true. Honestly, one of the people I work with is a Hawks fan, and I just screenshotted that push notification about the Hawks signing Dwight, and I was like, "You have fun with this."
Yeah, have fun. Dennis Schroeder is his name. That's the point guard of Atlanta.
That's it.
Just popped up in my head. But Boston, I think Boston was 1 or 2 superstars away from blossoming, and you can see that in the playoffs. They just needed one go-to player. Now I don't know if Al Horford is going to be considered the go-to player, but that's a